Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, the overall inflation in the province of Albay further dipped to 2.5% in February 2024, from 8.5% in February 2023. And 3.3% in January 2024. This is the lowest recorded rate since last year. Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Southern Luzon Area Manager Alvin Bermido said the recent inflation rate is lower than the 2.9% regional inflation. It is also within the first quarter's 2.8 to 3.5% forecasted range. The downtrend in the overall inflation in February 2024 was primarily brought by the faster decrease in prices of housing rentals, water, electricity, gasoline, and other fuels. In other story, the new 3-story hospital building in Dr. Lorenzo P. Ziga Memorial District Hospital, formerly known as Ziga Memorial Hospital, donated by the Department of Health, is said to serve more patients from the 1st and 3rd District of Albay. This was confirmed by Dr. Iris O. Perillo, Chief of Hospital, saying that this will help improve the health service delivery for Albayanos, not only in the 1st District, but also in nearby towns from the 3rd District. Dr. Perillo said that they are now currently working for the licensing, and this is an unexpected addition to the approved bed capacity, presently a 50-bed volume. The new building is also expected to house private rooms, apart from the general admissions. In other news, researchers from the Office of the Provincial Agriculturist, OPAG, of Sorsogon have successfully harvested onions at 3 experimental sites in the humid province. The production of onions in predominantly rainy climates is now proven to be possible. Sorsogon Governor Edwin Amor challenged OPAG to conduct an experiment on onion production in Sorsogon, despite its unsuitability for onion cultivation due to its high rainfall levels throughout the year. Dubbed as Participatory Technology Demonstration on Onion Production, the project aimed to explore onion cultivation in Sorsogon, a crop traditionally grown during the dry season prevalent in Central Luzon, particularly in Nueva Ecija. In the national scene, Filipinos should brace themselves for a scorching dry season, which could pose health risks, State Weather Bureau Pag-asa said on March 26th. Days after the agency declared the start of the dry season, Tarlac logged a temperature of 37.8 degrees Celsius on Monday, the highest so far for this year, Pag-asa Weather Services Bureau Assistant Chief Chris Perez said. According to Perez, those in Metro Manila and other parts of the country should expect temperatures to range from 25 to 38 degrees Celsius in the next 2 months. In other story, a team of Filipino scientists and researchers conducting marine resource assessment in Pag-asa Island in the West Philippine Sea was harassed by the Chinese helicopter on a Saturday, March 24th, resulting in injuries of several members of the team. In a video released by BIFAR, a People's Liberation Army Navy helicopter with tail number 57 was seen hovering above the Sandy K4 and 3 and 4 and monitoring the activity of the research team from the Bureau, the UP Institute of Biology, and National Fisheries Research and Development Institute. According to BFAR personnel, the researchers were frightened after the helicopter started to get as low as 50 feet from the ground for about 10 minutes. The harassment happened on the same day that China Coast Guard vessels fired water cannon at the Philippines resupply boat UNISA during the rotation and resupply mission in Ayungin Shoal. In other news, some 3 million vaccine doses against the highly contagious pertussis infection are arriving in the Philippines soon, the Department of Health said. The incoming vaccines, called pentavalent shots, also protects against other vaccine-preventable illnesses such as diphtheria, tetanus, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenza type B. The Department of Health said in a statement Monday, March 25th, that the country is already distributing some 64,400 pentavalent shots to children to fight the resurgence of pertussis, which is spread through respiratory droplets and could be life-threatening. Dr. Tony Lichon, a former government health advisor, urged individuals in areas with high pertussis cases to wear face masks to stamp out the transmission. Health Department guidelines suggest voluntary use of face covering, but it is highly encouraged. And in the news outside the country, Britain's King Charles will attend the Easter Sunday service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor, in what will be his first public appearance at a traditional royal event since his cancer diagnosis was revealed in February. Buckingham Palace said on Tuesday, March 26th, that Charles, 75, and his wife, Queen Camilla, will attend church on March 31st, typically an occasion for a gathering of senior royals. The announcement comes days after Kate, Princess of Wales, and the King's daughter-in-law said she also had a cancer diagnosis and was undergoing preventive chemotherapy. Buckingham Palace said that the Easter service this year will be smaller in scale due to the King's health. In other story, a major bridge collapsed in the U.S. port of Baltimore in the early hours of Tuesday, March 26th, after being struck by a container ship plunging cars with about 20 people into the river below. Rescuers were searching for survivors in the Patapsco River after huge spans of the 1.6 mile or 2.57 kilometer Francis Scott Key Bridge crumpled into the waters. As many as 20 people could be in the river along with numerous vehicles, and possibly a tractor-trailer or a vehicle as large as a tractor-trailer went into the river. Kevin Cartwright, the spokesperson of Baltimore City Fire Department, said. And finally, in the news outside the country, U.S. and British officials on Monday, March 25th, filed charges, imposed sanctions, and accused Beijing of a sweeping cyber espionage campaign that allegedly hit millions of people, including lawmakers, academics and journalists, and companies including defense contractors. Authorities on both sides of the Atlantic nicknamed the hacking group Advanced Persistent Threat 31 or APT-31, calling it an arm of the China's Ministry of State Security. Officials reeled off a laundry list of targets: White House staffers, U.S. senators, British parliamentarians, and government officials across the world who criticized Beijing. The aim of the global hacking operation was to repress critics of the Chinese regime, compromise government institutions, and steal trade secrets, Deputy U.S. Attorney General Lisa Monaco said in a statement. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, March 27, 2024. And we'll be right back next week for more news updates. And thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, Francis May Boras, and on the technical side, Chad Bobbies, and our provincial information officer, Mary Luduca Castillo, and of course, under the supervision of our governor, Elsil Grace Legman. I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.